I'm wondering if Edward Snowden is like, one of the last people who really believes themselves to be a patriot, who at least is under the age of 40. Because anybody under the age of 40 has grown up in a world. Do you have that Reagan clip of Reagan saying government? Yeah. We should. For those of you.
In this present crisis, government is not the solution to our problem. Government is the problem.
And the crisis that he was talking about was high unemployment, high inflation, and he had unemployment of over 8%, and I think it might have even gone over 9%. But I know it was over. In any case, so government is not the solution to our problems. Government is the problem. America is not the solution to our problems. America is the problem. I mean, that is the extrapolation from it. The message that the billionaires, the Koch brothers, the billionaires on Wall Street, the uber rich, even a few. I mean, apparently the guy who started Facebook, some of these other guys, they're funding some of these right wing causes. The hip new billionaire libertarians. The message of the billionaires is government is no good. Only the market is any good. Of course, the market is what they have used to become billionaires, without acknowledging that markets don't exist without governments. Governments provide money and courts and infrastructure, all this other stuff that allows billionaires to become billionaires. But they don't want you to know that. So anyhow, I'm wondering what kind of damage has been done to this country. The damage that has been done to us economically by 32 years of Reaganomics is obvious. What kind of damage has been done to us in terms of our own notions of patriotism? Of, I love my country enough to die for it. About the only time you hear right-wingers putting that phrase out, by the way, seems to be at like country western festivals where they're encouraging people to join the military. It's never, oh yeah, be patriotic, go out and investigate whether your congressman is on the take. No. Or, oh yeah, be patriotic, go out and see if corporations are buying off your member of Congress. No. It's, yeah, be patriotic, join the military. As if that's the only way to define a person's patriotism. It's kind of, Sean Hannity world. Although I don't think that I don't know. I can't speak to it. In any case, what do you think? John in Chicago, listening to WCPT. Hey, John.
Hey, Tom. How are you doing today?
Just great. Patriotism?
Great. Going to get better.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I do see patriotism waning. And it really did start with Reagan. He said you can't trust the government, and he and most of the people after him made sure that we couldn't trust our government. He made sure that they really were the problem. Take a look at what happened with Bush and with the Patriot Act.
Right.
Everybody just went along with it, eyes wide open, looking at nothing,
right,
and deciding that, oh, sure, this is a good thing for the country. Now here we are under President Obama, and people are taking a second look at it and going, hey, what the heck did we say okay to?
Right.
This is not the way our country is supposed to be.
Yeah.
And that is absolutely one of the big reasons I see it coming down.
Yeah, I think you're right, and I think it's an excellent point, because the other thing that I didn't mention, the other piece of it, is that when Republicans are out of power, they trash the government. They say it's no good, we shouldn't have it. And, of course, their alternative is turn everything over to the billionaires. And then when they're in the government, they throw monkey wrenches into the government. They put people like Brownie in charge of FEMA. They put people like James Watt in charge of the Interior Department. And, they put incompetent or corrupt individuals in charge of government, or they defund government agencies to the point that they can't appropriately do their jobs, cut back on education funding, cut back on money to the schools, trash unionized teachers, go on jihads against these people, and then, trash government employees, bureaucrats, and not that there's, corporate America isn't full of bureaucrats. Come on, give me a break. And then the result of that is that people go, oh, yeah, government's bad, and government is America, so America must be bad. And
For the
that's
most
just
part, I've never seen people do a better job than government employees. Look at the post office. These people have been overworked for decades.
yeah.
And now they're getting the short end, and they've always done a great job.
Yeah, and the people in our military, by and large, have always done a great job. And, tragically, too much of their work has been outsourced. And,
Are there benefits?
the Social Security Administration has never missed a check. They've never had a check bounce. I'm sure that they've had a few errors, but they've never had it's like our government has done a pretty good job. And by the way, the same people who say that they hate the government, they don't trust it, are the same people who say that they want the government to execute people. So they trust the government to have life and death power, but not so much with the post office. Excellent point, John. Thanks a lot for calling.